Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going to go through some of the problems from 4.4 homework for you. Just part of them. I'm not going to do the second fundamental theorem yet because I'll make you another video tomorrow teaching that to you all. And I'm probably going to go through and give you a lesson on just reviewing what we did from 4.4 and kind of going over everything so that you've got it all in one place. And then we'll do more problems in a different video. Okay, so I'm just going to keep on giving you videos like I'm teaching a normal class to you and doing examples, and so hopefully that'll help. And so for the examples, I'm going to use part of your homework, so that'll help you out. So for 4.4, okay, also number 1 through 3, because I think I only had you do 1 and 3 because they're odd. They're wanting you to, let's see, graph the integrand, use the graph to determine whether the definite integral is positive, negative, or 0. Okay, so on those, you just need to graph the function, so like the f of x inside the integral, okay? And then they want you to use the a to the b, so like the integral, a to b, okay? They use that as your interval for your window. All right, so they want you to graph it, and then they want you to talk about whether or not the area is going to be positive, negative, or cancel out and be 0, okay? So kind of like what we did in the Riemann sums lab, all right? So that's what you do on those. These are all definite integral practice, okay? So like number 11, okay, I chose this one because I wanted to show you all something. When you've got a quantity being squared, you need to FOIL it out, okay? Because we haven't learned how to do chain rule stuff yet, so. But anyway, so you're going to FOIL it out, okay? So you FOIL out and you get a polynomial, so you have 4t squared minus 4t plus 1, okay? So then we're going to take the antiderivative. So t squared becomes t to the third power divided by 3. Bring the 4 along with you. Negative 4t would become negative 4t squared divided by 2. And then 1 would become t. Okay, so remember, you can check yourself by taking the derivative of this. If you took the derivative of this, you should get this equation. Okay? You're going to evaluate it from 0 to 1. So I just simplified here, then 4 divided by 2 gives me 2. Okay? So you're going to do b minus a. Okay, so if you plug in 1 for all the t's, you get 4/3 minus 2 plus 1. If you plug in 0 for all of them, don't get in the habit of just assuming the whole thing's going to be 0, by the way. Because if this was like plus a number down here, everything else would be 0 and that number would stay. Okay, so you got to check and make sure it's actually going to equal 0. But in this case, if you put 0 in for everything, you get 0. So if you calculate that out, you get 1/3. Okay? So this one, get used to the fact, by the way, they're going to use tons of letters starting in all of these problems, so fun. Alright, so in this one, u minus 2 over square root of u, I would rewrite this as u minus 2 times u to the negative 1/2, okay? And then you're going to have to distribute that in there to simplify your problem a little bit. So u to the negative 1/2 times u, you're going to add exponents. So this is like saying to the first, so 1 plus negative 1/2 is just 1/2. And then negative 2 times u to the negative 1/2 is negative 2 u to the negative 1/2. Okay, so it's been simplified here. Now we're going to take the antiderivative. So you're going to add a 1 to this. So 1/2 plus 1 is 3/2, and then divide by that. And then negative 1/2 plus 1 is 1/2. Divide by 1/2. Bring down your negative 2. Alright, so then we're going to simplify. So if you divide by a fraction, it's the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. So you're going to flip it. So it's going to be 2/3 u to the 3/2. And then 2 divided by 1/2 is 4. Okay? Now we're going to evaluate it from 1 to 4. So you got to plug in 4 first. And then you're going to have to do 1. Okay? So when you solve all this out, you end up getting 2/3. Okay? I'm good with decimals too. If you want to do decimals instead of fractions, just fractions make more sense to me. Okay? So that's how to do number 11 and 15. And I'll look at some other problems and see what else we can do today. Okay?